Hey there, my friends, it's Brad, the Bearded Piper, and I hope you all are having a great day. It is a beautiful second day of spring here in southwestern Pennsylvania, and I decided to come out and enjoy a little afternoon sunshine and a bowl of Emerson Southern Forged 10B Reserve in a modern-day K. Woody Unique Author pipe. Now, this shape is becoming my favorite shape. I've got 2 Brighams and a Naked Tinsky, which is a pipe that was handmade by Glenn Tinsky. And although that one, my buddy John said, is more of a large Prince than it is an Author. But I like the way it fits my hand, and I love this quarter bend. Now, this 10B Reserve is one of Jim Steffi's from Emerson Southern Forged, his Reserve blend, the black label, and it is dark fired Kentucky, red and black Cavendish, 2 different Virginias, a dark and white Burley. It is delicious. And this isn't a Brad's Bag episode, so it's not a review or anything like that. I will say that it's a little smoky, it's a little spicy, it's a little sweet, it's a little sour, it's a little tart, and it is a whole lot of good. And it does pack a little bit of a wallop, which means that I should be drinking more water and that I probably should have had a bigger lunch. But anyway, this is my first bowl of it, so live and learn. But it is really, really good. So, excuse me, today I want to do a VR for Ed and Dr. Bo over at Armchair Piper. And I have been struggling with this video. I've had multiple takes over 4 or 5 days, a couple videos that I edited and not uploaded because I was never happy with the way I conveyed my thoughts. So hopefully this time I will get it across and you'll actually get to see this video and I don't start over again. But Ed and Dr. Bo are celebrating their 3rd anniversary of the being in the YTPC of their first video on, I believe it was March 31st. And they are doing a fantastically generous giveaway. And I don't know if fantastically is a word or not, but if it's not, then I just made it up and it is now. And I can't imagine that you're subscribed to me and not the Armchair Piper. But if you are, I highly suggest that you check out the Armchair Piper. Ed is a fantastic presenter. Dr. Bo has a lot of comedic relief. His content is good. His pipe collection is amazing. And he's just a lot of fun to watch and learn. And his stories are just great. So, but Ed asks a very philosophical question in his giveaway, and that is, what is the YTPC? Now, at first, I thought about it, and I'm like, well, maybe he's talking about the Yeti, Trail, and Paddle Club. But then I realized Ed or Dr. Bo, neither one of them are hairy enough to be a Yeti or a Sasquatch. So I thought, that's probably not it. And then I thought, well, maybe he's talking about the Yorkshire Terrier Publishing Company. That's a company that specializes in publishing books by canine authors. And I thought, no, he's never really mentioned a dog. And if he has, he hasn't said anything about it being a Yorkshire Terrier. So then I'm like, oh, obviously it's the YouTube pipe community, the YTPC. And this is a very philosophical question, and it means different things to everybody, but at the same time, it means the same thing to everybody. So this question immediately got me thinking about the different communities that have started and have been around on the internet and the technology that we have today. And I go right back to the beginning of the online pipe communities. And as far as I know, it all started with hashtag pipes on the IRC chat. And my buddy and pipe mentor, John, has met a lot of people and a lot of friends, and he's talked about the hashtag pipes, many times. And these guys and gals would actually get together, sit at their computers, and it was a live chat. You would type in whatever you were talking about, and you would just communicate back and forth on a live chat. And John made some lifelong friends on that chat group. He met a lot of them and I'm putting words in John's mouth, so I could be wrong with this. So John, correct me if I'm wrong. But he's met a lot of lifelong friends on this chat. He met a lot of them at pipe shows, and And he's written a series of stories, and I talked about these before, called the Emperor Leopoldo stories, and they're all free, available on Pipepedia. I'll leave a link down below where you can get them, the PDFs. And they're all pipe-based science fiction Sherlock Holmes style stories, and they're fantastic. They were published in, I think he said it was the St. Louis Pipe Club's newsletter. They would publish parts of them, or depending how long the story was, in their newsletter. And some of the characters in there are actually based off of people that John knew and discussed things with on this hashtag pipes on the IRC chat. So from there, it moved on to, the internet became more and more popular for us old folks. We remember that. And the message boards became a huge community. And folks would get on like Pipes Magazine's forums and Brothers of the Briar. And there are so many different forums that were around. And, some of them started because they wanted to do something different. Some of them started because they weren't happy with what was going on in the other forums. But there were so many different forums, and a lot of them are still active. Pipes Magazine's forum is still very, very active. And when I picked up the pipe for the first time in 2006, I utilized those forums exclusively at the beginning and learned a lot about packing techniques and where to get pipes and where to get blends and things like that, until I met a man named Fuzzy, and he took me to Bill's house, and I met John and Homer and all of those guys, and I got to experience face-to-face, hands-on, in life, real person pipe instruction, right? So after YouTube became a thing, the YTPC started to become a thing. And, Mutton Chop Piper and Matches 860 and a lot of the guys at the beginning that I don't remember or know, because that started to happen right around the time that I set the pipe down for 13 years. And when I came back to the pipe world, there it was. It was huge. The YTPC was gigantic. But at that point, there were also other pipe communities happening at the same time. You have Facebook has pipe groups. Instagram has a huge pipe community. TikTok, I think, even has a pipe group or a pipe community. Although I don't do TikTok because with my ADHD, I'm afraid that I would start watching these videos and just go down a rabbit hole and never get anything in life done. So I don't do those. I lose enough of my life with Facebook and Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts. And for some reason, lately, they think that I want to see downhill skiing videos, and I watch them, and I don't know why. Those guys are crazy. But the YouTube pipe community is the one that I think that we have right now is the absolute best pipe community. It brings us together, for those of us that are presenters, face to face. For those of us that are visitors, I believe it was Ed who calls them visitors, because the term lurker is, I don't know, visitor is much nicer. The people that visit our channels, leave comments down below, we can have a chat with and discuss. We get to know each other personally. And although I may not ever get the opportunity to shake your hand or to see you in person, I feel like I get to know you, and you probably feel like you get to know me maybe a little bit better because I am presenting. You get to hear the inflections and the tones in my voice. You get to see my facial expressions. You get to see my dogs. You get to share in the happiness and joys of my life, along with the pitfalls and, the troubling times whenever we choose to share those. We become a community that is all very much friendship and family-like. It's a pipe club. It's one that we get to really, really enjoy. And I've made a lot of friends with all of you that are going to be there forever. And when we go to Chicago, I won't be at Chicago this year, but at the Chicago Pipe Show, at the Columbus Pipe Show, at Muletown, at Richmond, please let them have Richmond this year, the Capital Land Pipe Show, even the Las Vegas Pipe Show, which for me is almost the whole way across the country. folks from the YTPC get together to meet each other in person, to share a pipe, to discuss and have fun and enjoy life. And that's what the YTPC is to me. It is a community, it's a club, it's a brotherhood or sisterhood or fraternity that encompasses all. It doesn't matter if you enjoy cobs and aromatics or $1,000 of artisan pipes and old McClellan blends. We all fit together, we all accept each other, and we all communicate that through this wonderful, wonderful platform. So even though it is a little bit censored right now, so that is what YTPC is to me. Although the Yeti Trail and Paddle Club would be pretty cool to experience. But that is what the YTPC is to me. And for you, it may be similar, it may be different, but, and that's what's wonderful about this community, is we all accept each other for who we are, what we enjoy, and we all enjoy the one thing is the pipe. So that's it, my friends. This video is actually going to get published. And, until we talk again, I just want to tell you that life is good, but it's better with a pipe.